Welcome back. We have back with us South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace. It's great to see you. Okay, we have Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm. Today she said that pipelines, quote, are the best way to go to deliver oil and gas. She got her job by supporting killing the Keystone Pipeline. So what do they want now? Excuse me, let's do a do-over, get those 10,000 jobs back. What are they doing?
Right, and this will probably not be the first or the last time we see a reversal of fortune for President Biden's administration, particularly after the abysmal jobs report on Friday, where economists predicted 1 million new jobs in the first quarter, and they came out with 250,000. So it just so happens when you killed the Keystone Pipeline, you killed tens of thousands of jobs. And Biden is going to learn the hard way. Following in the footsteps of Nancy Pelosi and AOC and socialist policies are job killers for everyday hardworking Americans.
I mean, the debate is, do we need more pipelines? We just went through an oil boom. Why don't we have more pipelines? I mean, there are less GSEs and trucks to deliver via pipeline. The biggest oil pipeline in the U.S., the Colonial, is still shut down because of that crippling cyber attack out of Russia. It's about half the fuel supply for the East Coast. You see it in your state. We're talking about $5 gas and gas lines, right? So what do you say?
Well, absolutely. And all across the eastern seaboard right now, and there are states of emergencies that are being put in place. My number one comment on Colonial right now is I just want to urge calm to the American people. We are going to be up and running back soon. A state like South Carolina, we do have enough fuel to last us several days. So if we hoard gas, it's going to mean higher prices for everybody, and it will extend the problems we're having with Colonial to be even longer. But pipelines have been effective under President Trump's administration. We were less dependent on foreign sources of energy. Under the Biden administration, well, he's reversing that policy, and we're seeing the effects of that today.
Yeah, so you're talking, we hear what you're saying. Again, we haven't seen $5 gas in about 10 years. And the southeast coast is now getting hit in the Carolinas, Virginia, Georgia, and Florida. AAA also warns Mississippi and Tennessee. But you're saying don't panic. The White House says it doesn't see a supply issue. Emergency shipments of gas and diesel already on the way. And the pipeline is going to be back up and running by the weekend. But still, it's really nerve-wracking. What do you say to that?
It is absolutely nerve-wracking. Yesterday, I went to go fill up my car. I did a half tank as opposed to a full tank. I didn't need a full tank this week. I could wait a few extra days until the pipeline was back online, because there are people who do travel for work or for business or need to get their kids to school, and we need to make sure that those folks have fuel in their cars. So right now, what I do know is in South Carolina, we do have enough fuel. Other states, North Carolina and Georgia, they've announced that they're going to have a state of emergency potentially. South Carolina is already under that state of an emergency because of COVID-19. So I just want to make sure that we urge calm and not panic right now over the next couple of days to get through this.
Let's watch former Energy Secretary Rick Perry on this. Watch this.
I'm pretty sure the Clinton administration, Bush administration, the Obama administration all worked to get America to be independent of other countries of oil and gas. And we did that under the Trump administration. We not only became independent, we became dominant. And this administration wants to take that away, stop building pipelines. Well, if there was ever a wake-up call of, hey, President Biden, maybe we should build more pipelines instead of shutting them down, this was it today with the Colonial Pipeline. This is insanity.
Well, you know, the issue, too, is 85% of energy installations across the output across the country is in private hands, in the private sector. So what is the infrastructure bill that the Biden administration has been touting? What will they do to protect that? We keep hearing a lot of rhetoric, but not details from Pete Buttigieg. It's getting really tedious and tiring to hear the padding and the word salads and all the rhetoric, but what are the details there? What do you know?
Right. Well, we do know in the initial infrastructure package that they had to rename, because they couldn't sell it to the American people, from infrastructure package to the American Jobs Plan, I think is what it's currently called. I can't even keep up anymore because they couldn't sell it the first time around. What we do know is they wanted to spend just as much or more funding on electric vehicles, which should be a private industry spend and investment in research and delivery and everything else, rather than on our energy grid or protecting the very place where we are vulnerable to cyber attacks. And so they're doing it backwards.
Does that make sense? I mean, natural gas powers utilities, which will power the electric cars. Okay, thank you, Congressman Nancy Mace. I wish we had more time.